What is going on, everybody? Ruben with TexasAllWaterFishing. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Having a little bit of coffee this morning, getting ready to head out. I have a Patreon page and also have a Patreon only Facebook group where my Patreons can fish with each other, talk about whatever they want, ask each other questions, and throw open invites and try to find other people to fish with so they're not going by themselves. Well, I have a patron that threw an open invite, and he wanted to go fish and see if anybody was able to fish with him this morning. And he has another guy that's meeting him up, and I decided to jump in on the mix because I was going out anyway. So I said, you know what, I was going to go further south, but instead I'm going to come fish with you guys. And, you know, we can kind of launch together, and if we fish together a little bit, that's cool. What is going on is that we are pre-front. We have a front that is coming in here maybe in a day or two, but we are pre-front, and the water level is like really high. So typically when the water level is high, you have a lot of reds that push into like the back parts of the marsh. So that's what I'm going out to target. This is also a good area to also target flounder, not in the marsh, but kind of around the marsh a little bit. And in the marsh too, you can get flounder in there. But I really want to push back into the marsh. I want to go as far back as I can. So that's kind of why I said, you know, these guys, you know, I'm sure they might have their own agenda. I have my own agenda, so we'll probably launch together, maybe fish together a little bit. But yeah, I gotta get going. I gotta get going, guys. Hey, but thanks for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Fingers crossed. And wish me luck. I'm gonna be pushing into that back marsh, looking for some schooling reds. Hopefully get a flatty too. Thanks. A lot of bait today, man. Just a ton of mullet. A lot of bait in the water, ton of mullet. I've seen a lot of reds. I've seen a handful of reds already, but just can't give them a bite. I do the cork, do the voodoo shad, throwing gulp again, just kind of switching back up and down and seeing. But it's very fishy today. Kind of what I thought it would be. I got a strong outgoing tide, very strong outgoing tide, so it's kind of pulling everything out. So it's kind of making it awkward and hard when you're getting pushed and pulled, sucked so fast, or pulled so fast and sucked out. It makes it awkward and hard when you are trying to recast and get a second cast at a certain target. So it's kind of been the main stick in my craw today is that. Oh, there we go. Just kind of rolling through that bait. Might be a little red. Oh no, yeah, it's a little undersized guy, but we still got one on the board. Little guy. I seen him blowing up. I seen him telling in the grass, and just been avoiding my catch, my cast, my hook. But yeah, little guy there. I thought it might have been a trout because the size of it, the way it was pulling. I mean, it might have been a real good trout, but you can just see all the bait in the water. Real nervous. And that time I just started straight retrieving. I'm trying to force myself to stop bouncing on the bottom because I've been fishing for flounder this whole time. Even when I see the reds, I still cast at the reds, but I still, in my mind, I'm still flounder mode. You know, can't help it. I stay flounder on the brain all the time. So just doing a straight retrieve and seeing if I can catch him again, catch another guy. Ton of bait in the water though. There is a ton of mullet in the water, ton of bait in the water, and there is blow-ups everywhere on the grass lines. I'm seeing small reds tailing. I'm seeing decent amount of bait being chased. I still cannot get out of my mind that I need to be in the back marsh. I need to be back there chasing schools of reds. So I am half-heartedly casting at the blow-ups. And all I can think about is, Ruben, if it is that good here, then it is amazing in that back marsh. And you need to stop what you're doing, leave these fish, and run back there and get on those schools. Well, nothing was really going on back there in the marsh. You know, Jose had a nice 18-inch flounder and he lost it. And, you know, that was it. I didn't even get a strike. Ton and ton of mullet. Just mullet everywhere. Which is very surprising that we didn't get anything more than that. Saw a few boils. Saw a couple, you know, wakes on the grass line. But other than that, didn't see any tails of any fish. Any tails of any reds. I know they're back there. They're just not cooperating this morning, but came back out to this main bayou and then want to kind of fish it as we head back in. Don't know what's going on today. My game is off. Every time I've gone left, I should have gone right. Every time I've gone right, I should have gone left. So just one of those backwards days. And not going to pay too much attention to it. I'm just going to keep casting and see if I can get on a bite. You know, get on the bite. Need at least two. I need at least two slot to fill that. That coming to this location was the right idea. The right idea. So I'll get back to fishing. Get back to casting. There we go. Flatty. Woo, that guy's jumping out of the water. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. Nice little flatty. I want to get him off. We'll get him on his way. Oh, this guy's thick. Nice little guy. Yeah, let's get him, measure him up real fast. Then we'll get him out of here. On his way. Can't keep. 15 3/4. Nice guy. Get him off and back in the water on his way. Little flounder, I think. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. I didn't get the right hook set. I don't like the hook set. I'm gonna have to try to so I get him up here. Oh, he came off. Oh, about 19. Man, I wish I had the hook set back. Then when I lost, as soon as it tapped and I raised it up to my GoPro on, I felt another little tap, thump. And then I want to go set the hook, and right when I want to go set the hook, it ran. So it came up. So when I set the hook, I didn't have a good hook set. So I knew I need another hook set. So I tried to hook set it again. And right when that happened, it just kept swimming right at me, and I just couldn't get that second hook set. And I knew I needed it. And I really thought it was an undersized fish until I saw it. You know, thought it was an undersized flounder until I saw it, and then oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm gonna lose it. and they just kept swimming neurotically, like right in front of my kayak, back and forth, left to right. And that's kind of when all you do is change that angle, or just get a little bit of slack in your line from it moving. And if you don't have that good hook set, it just comes straight out, and that's what happened. And that hurts. That's painful. That was a great fish. No, of course I'm not keeping, but that's just a great fish. Great fish to land, great fish to show, great fish to have on video. And that one hurt. That one hurt because, you know, we're at the end of the day, we're at the end of the trip. Nothing has really kind of gone my way, and that would have been the cherry on top and made everything, all my bonehead decisions that I made today, it would have made them livable. Made it a little easier to stomach. But hey, you know what, it's fishing. You do what you do, you go where you go. Today kind of explored a little bit, scouted a little bit. I went back to a back marsh that I hadn't been to in a while, and I just knew they were going to be there. I absolutely knew 100% they were going to be there. The reds were going to be back there schooling. That wasn't the case. I mean, it happens. It's part of fishing. It's why we come back. It's why we pursue. It's why we learn. You know, the big reason, big thing, big rule you don't do is leave fish to fly fish. I don't know if this is one or not. It might be one. There we go. Little guy. Oh, maybe he ain't so little. We're just holding on to it. Oh, saw that net. He didn't want it. Oh, got him. Ooh. Let's stop right here. Another nice one. Just felt heavy. Felt like I was stuck in the mud. I never felt a okay. I never felt a thump. Yeah, let's see. Goodness. You know, we're getting close to low tide, so I think that bite is starting to turn on just a little bit from this morning. Because during the midday, it was, man, this is a thick one. This is a nice thick one. But I think the bite is starting to turn back on. You know, around low tide, high tide, you always have a nice bite forecast. And this one is touching 16. Just had 16. Nice one. Touching 16er. We'll get him off. We'll get him on its way. Alright, so I'm just gonna casting at this drain, and like I do a lot of times, and he was there. So we'll get another one in this area. I'm gonna scoot a little further down too. Keep letting the current take us down, drift us down. Drift fishing. I love drift fishing. It's, whether you're doing it on the grass line like this, or you're doing it out in the open in the bay, or even over some oyster reefs in the bay, you know, drift fishing is fun. It's just a easy way to fish, especially if you're in a kayak. Just an easy way to fish. Set up a drift. If you hit fish on your drift, turn back around, come back and hit the same spot again. Boat, kayak, it doesn't matter. Just drift fishing is just fun to do. Great way to really cover a lot of water and hit some real target some areas, target drop-offs, target oyster reefs, target grass lines, drains. You know, we got the wind coming this way, so it's perfect and ideal for doing this kind of fishing, for fishing the drains and fishing this grass line. It's just perfect. Ran a little shallow. Let me scoot up a little bit, get back in this little bit of a cut, little gut right here, if you will, right along this grass line. So I'm gonna keep casting and just continue to work our way around. So we get another flatty. That was fun. Oh, that's somebody right there. Nope. Maybe, I think so. There we go. Yep. Second one in this drain. There we go. Oh. Ah, it's a nice one. It feels heavier. Oh no. A little smaller actually. I think I'm just because I'm going with that. With the current. Kind of took me down, but that's 2 flounder in 1 drain. You know, the other one was kind of a little in front of the drain, and this one was actually more inside the drain. But that tells you right there, you know, flounder move in numbers. You know, they're You know, schools of specks, schools of reds. You know, a little bit of schools of flounder. You know, this little guy, not too sure where he's gonna be. I'm gonna put a lipper on him just to secure him so he doesn't flop around on me. I try to take that hook out. A lot of times they will try to skimmer and flop. Ooh, just like that. Oh, look at that. It wasn't even hooked very well. Hook came off on its own. We're gonna get this guy measured up. Let's see what this guy's. He's gonna be undersized, but I just want to measure him just for fun. Turn around. Let's see your good side. Come on, player. Oh no, he's a keeper. Yeah, 15 and a quarter. Probably closer to 15 with his closed mouth, but he definitely keep. Well, everybody, that's gonna do it today. You know what? It started out really good. The water looked very clean. It was no wind at all. And right at sunrise, right before sunrise, right at sunrise, a lot of mullet in the water getting blown up on in that main bayou. But I was just so fixated on getting back there in the back marsh because the water level's high. So I'm like, look, the reds typically will push back to the furthest marsh as they can, or further into the marsh as they can, chasing bait. And with all that bait and a ton of bait, I just knew they were going to be back there. Didn't see them. Didn't run into one of their schools like I hoped to have. I probably should have stuck around, stayed in it. You know, you never leave fish to find fish. I mean, that's like fishing 101. And I did. I left fish to go find fish. And I didn't find the fish. The fish was not there. They're a lot of mullet, and it seemed like there was so much mullet that the mullet was scaring mullet, and the mullet were scaring what little reds may have been in that marsh. A couple Patreons also went out, and I missed a big flounder too. It was like 19 or 20. I mean, I swear it's a good flounder. Oh, I know I missed it. I mean, I knew when I set the hook I was in trouble. Just didn't get that hook set. And ended up with a couple flatties. You know, I think I ended up with three slot flounder, no reds, and they just weren't there. They just weren't there after the morning. I should stay there. I should have fished for them. I didn't. You live, you learn. Kicking myself. Surf looks great, man. The surf is really clean. A little wavy. It's right over there. But yeah, so just kicking myself. But it's all good. You know, I had a good time. I love coming out and hanging out with my patrons, subscribers, viewers, whatever you want to call them, friends. Love coming out and hanging out with those guys. So, you know, we had a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughs, caught a couple fish together, and that's it, you know. If you like this video, you like this content, you know, hit subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell notification, let you know the next time I upload a video. And all this stuff helps the channel. I mean, it really does. I mean, I know I say it like in every single video, probably every single YouTuber out there says it, and it's because it helps. It helps with the suggested videos, the algorithms, all of that. It helps with just a ton of stuff. So hit sub if you haven't subbed yet. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You be a patron if you want to be a patron. You want to be like Jose, and you know, these guys were throwing open invites on our Patrons only Facebook page, and I thought I would jump in. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'll go fish you guys. So it wasn't really an open invite. They were gonna go fish, and I said, hey, I'll tag along. So that's pretty cool that they allowed me to do that. But had a good time. You know, it is what it is. It's fishing. Can't win them all, but still had a very good time. I had a good day. But thanks, guys. Hopefully next time you catch me hooking up. I am just super tired and rambling on. I mean, it is 3:30, and my kayak touched the water at 5:40, and it's 3:30. A long day, fun day. Had a good time. Thanks, guys.